I just want to be free. Joy as far as I can see. I just want to be free. Free from the prison that I live in. I just want to be free. As free as I can be.
Okay. What I want to talk about tonight really isn't about feeling for me, per se. Although I still do feel the emotion of it because I've become compassionate and empathetic to my younger self. I used to think I was just screwed up in a perversion of what a person should be, but I know that's not the truth now. I mean, I had a 1, 2, 3, 4 punch by the time I was 28. I mean, I had a normal adolescence. When I entered into adolescence, I just wanted to belong. I mean, that's what all adolescents want. They want somewhere to belong. I had my buddies, my neighborhood buddies, but we played football, we played baseball. They weren't into the things I was into: music, theater, arts. And all the people that were into music and theater and arts, they were from a different place than me. They lived in a wealthier neighborhood. They had money. They skied. I was upper middle class at best. I didn't live in their world. But I wanted to fit in with them. I wanted to belong. I even tried skiing. Not a good experience. And then you add suddenly realizing that you like boys. I didn't want to. God, I did not want to like boys. It was so hard. Society in the early 80s was not tolerant of gays. Gays were getting beaten up. They had to hide. They had to hide who they were because it wasn't safe. The amount of hate and intolerance. And there was far from any positive role models. And yes, I feel for that timid, kind kid who just wanted to belong when he realized he liked boys too. Oh, fuck. I am very happy that the world, our society, has become so much more tolerant, and that there are positive role models of gay men and lesbians and LGBTQ representatives, and the fact that LGBTQ has consolidated into one entity, because at least now there are avenues of safety that you can be out in this world and not necessarily worry that your walk home is going to result in somebody beating you. For a kid, that's a hard place to live. But I'm grateful that the kids, and I focus on the boys more because gay is what I know. Never been a lesbian. Sorry, not to be offensive, just never have been. Even though things are easier, being gay, realizing you're gay, is still not easy. It seems acceptance these days is still selective. There are still pockets in society of intolerance. And quite frankly, I would hate to be the person that just because I don't come across as effeminate, and because I got this voice, and because I'm into power tools and football and baseball, I would hate to be that person who thinks they can confide in me how much they don't like gays. That's a warning. So, rather than get angry, which I still have anger, I still have a lot of anger towards the early 80s and the people who perpetuated all the hate. I want to focus on the solution. We talk about love. It's sort of a general concept. Love, love thy neighbor, love, love, kumbaya. Sometimes I think it gets glossed over. You have to really consider, what does love do? What is the purpose of caring and loving someone? The Bible, for those of you who are Christian, says that God is love and that the devil is the adversary. I'm going to give you a different way to think a little bit about that. God, I don't believe, exists in the terms of Christians, but in the manner of which Christians express it. But that's incidental. But to say that the devil is the adversary really kind of gives you the wrong idea. But if you say being adversarial is the devil or Satan, then you're probably more in the ballpark of the truth. Because what all this revolves around is a simple concept that people don't seem to put as that important: unity, oneness, wholeness. I've already talked about the ideas of how we are the same underneath. The truth is, every human being emanates from the same soul. We are inherently one before we hit the ground on the earth. That part's easy. It's when we hit these bodies in this earth experience that divisions and adversarial attitudes come into play. Differences. No reason to hate. Oneness, wholeness is the truth of our collective humanity. Separation is pain and hell. And when kids growing up just trying to understand believe that they don't belong, it creates a lot of pain. Pain that's unnecessary, because the true truth does not lie in the brains and minds of ignorant people. The truth is we are all one big, happy family. Sort of. I hope we're getting there. I think we are. I think we're in for a few years of turbulence. But I think we're going to get there. Because, the strange thing is, all these Bible thumpers and preachers who think they've got it all figured out and are so just wrong. The truth is, the Bible does speak the truth. It just depends on what eyes you look at it with. Anyways, I don't want to go too long. I realized I've already rambled on. So easy to do. I just wanted to say, for the sake of that 14-year-old kid who suddenly realized he likes boys, there is nothing wrong with it. In all that I've had to consider and conclude and read and think and fix and understand of myself, I have not found anywhere in all of it that says everything that I feel is wrong. Because if it pulls you towards unity and oneness, if it brings people together, if it embraces everyone, it's not wrong. But if what you believe separates and says that we are not one, then you are, by biblical standards, the devil.
I just want to be free. I just friends I can